Hi, Bob Quinn here for Blue Poppy and our Gentle Spirit tool line. I want to take a minute of your time just to talk about these tools because there's something very special about them. These are all in silver. You'll see there are three different tation styles here. We'll get another close-up shot. There is the round needle, the enshin, this little triangular piece, the yonayama zanshin, and this facial teishin we call the washin. So three styles, the teishin, the round needle, the enshin, the yonayama zanshin, and the facial tool, the washin. What's special about these, I invested years in this project. I had the idea at one point that I wanted to connect with some Diné silversmiths, also called Navajo, and because it was in their tradition for 100 years or more to be working silver, and I was very interested in their culture and healing. I had done a good bit of reading there. And I wanted to produce some North American teishin for practitioners here. I thought they would be the ideal partners. And I talked with many people, and I found some very good silversmiths, but they weren't interested in production work. They didn't want to do 10 of the same piece. And then just a little over a year ago, in Arizona, I met a father-son silversmith team, and their work is extraordinary. The father's work is in the Smithsonian collection, for instance. It's just extraordinary quality. And because the father in particular is involved in Navajo healing rituals, his brother is a Navajo healer, he was very interested in what these tools were used for, that these were used to treat infants, children. They could be used, of course, on adults, which I do. And because of what the tools were used for, he became very interested in the project. I went out to my car and brought in some Japanese teishin, some high quality ones, showed him what we had in mind. And I commissioned him to do initially these three teishin styles, and these other tools followed after that. Now I've had, I think it's more 2 years than 1 year, to see these hands in the tools of many practitioners, particularly local in Portland area, and all the feedback and my own observations of watching, for instance, students at the university where I work use these tools on their patients. It all confirms that these are extraordinary tools. There's something different. Many people making teishin, they start with silver wire or they use a mold. What this father-son team, what they do is they smelt the silver and they pour it to the thickness they need, and then they chisel off a piece. It's all very crude, very traditional, and then using heat, hammer, files, and I'll say another ingredient, prayer, a prayerful awareness, sometimes singing Navajo songs as they work. And what they end up with is a tool made, you could say, the old-fashioned way, that the quality is just extraordinary. The tools, I've been in their workshop numerous times now. It's just the most basic technology that they're using. It's really just their craft and putting in the time necessary to get the tool, the finished tool that they desire. And I am so happy that Blue Poppy wants to make these available to the wider public. Now, some people, they see, oh, you're charging $295. When you consider what goes into making these tools, that is an unbelievably cheap price. I'm a collector. I have tools from Japan that cost many times more than that are not as clinically effective as these. These are amazing tools. So if you're interested in working with this gentle, this is classical acupuncture, by the way, this gentle way of working on the surface. The Teishin and the Enshin are two of the 9 classical needles mentioned in the Lingshu. So this is really the old style, the classical approach. And Blue Poppy has numerous CE courses where you can learn how to use these from genuine Japanese masters. So if this at all interests you, or you maybe only want to use them on children, that also we have available. I would encourage you to really take a close look at these tools if you have that interest of moving your practice in a gentler direction. Maybe you want to work with a traumatized patient population. You should learn how to work gently for that sort of patient. I would really encourage you to take a close look at these tools. I'm so happy that they're being made available to a wider audience, and I hope you take a close look at them. Thanks so much for your attention.